Coming up, I'm going to be talking about Andor Season 2, plus James Cameron not directing some of the Avatar sequels. But before we get into any of that, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's On at disneyplus.com. It's Tuesday, it's time for your Disney Plus news update. So let's kick off first with what's new on Disney Plus today, with it being a Tuesday. Around the world, we got a third episode of Only Murders in the Building from Season 2. In the US, you will find it on Hulu, and in Latin America, you'll find it on Star Plus. And as I said, you'll find it on Disney Plus here in the UK, Australia, etc., all over the place. Really looking forward to watching this episode today. I just really like this series. It's just really quirky, and yeah, so it's just a great thing to have on there. So as I said, new episodes are dropping every Tuesday at the moment for Only Murders in the Building. Let's now jump into the main news. The next big Disney Plus series set to arrive on Disney Plus this summer is Andor, which explores a new perspective within the Star Wars galaxy, focusing on Caspian Andor's journey to discover the difference he can make. The very first 2 episodes of this series is going to be arriving on Disney Plus on August the 31st. And this series is going to be a little bit different than The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. It's going to have 12 episodes. And also it's been revealed that the second season will also have 12 episodes, but they're going to be doing things a little bit differently. Because what they're going to be doing in the second season is they're going to be covering 4 years period between the end of the first season and the beginning of Rogue One, with every 3 episodes are going to represent a different year. So they're kind of going to be doing time jumps like every 3 episodes, because every 3 episodes are going to be filmed in blocks. They actually did that for the first season, where they were filming in blocks of 3, and they liked the kind of the format that they were doing, and so decided then to kind of use that moving forward onto the second season, which I think is very interesting to see how this is going to work. Originally, I thought that the Andor series was going to be a little bit longer. There's been reports of multiple seasons. Looks like now they've kind of squashed everything down into that second season to kind of get from the end of the first season through to Rogue One, which I think is a good thing. It's one thing having too many seasons, but also if it's just fluff, it's not really good. So this might kind of cram down and make kind of each individual block of 3 episodes a little bit more interesting. I think that could work very nicely. Let's now talk about the Avatar sequels. Coming up this December, we got the very first one, The Way of Water, which will be arriving in December. And they've also already filmed the 3rd film, which will be coming out in 2 years' time. However, James Cameron recently spoke to Empire and said, "I've got some other things I'm developing as well that are exciting. I think eventually, over time, I don't know if that's after 3 or after 4, I want to pass the baton to a director that I can trust to take over, so I can go and do some other stuff that I'm also interested in. Or maybe not, I don't know." Now, I think this is very interesting, with the idea of him putting out there that, you know, he might not necessarily direct the last 2 films. I can't imagine he would get to like the 4th film and then decide not to do the 5th. You'd think he'd want to kind of finish off the story. He's been developing these films for a long time. Obviously, they are very time consuming. They take up a lot of, you know, he's been doing this for years. He might in some way want to be trying to do something else. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, to let somebody else have a go at it, especially with those last 2 movies. But also, this could be a little bit of a warning shot to kind of, I want some more money from Disney, but that's just my other idea. I think he might be waiting to see how this second movie does, because if it does, I don't think it's going to do anywhere near what the first movie did, but I still feel like it's going to do very well. I'm really looking forward to Avatar. I love that movie. They're going to be re-releasing the original movie in theatres again in September, though you can obviously just watch it on Disney Plus right now, but it's a remastered version, so it'll look a little better. But yeah, I think this is pretty interesting to see how this can work. I mean, the Avatars 4 and 5, we're talking 6, 7 years away, because they're going to be filming both of them at the same time. We've seen James Cameron pass off projects in the past. Alita Battle Angel was one movie that they passed over. But then I also then think of like what happened with like Aliens and Terminator. You know, he did a fantastic job on Aliens, but didn't do Aliens 3, and that was awful. Same thing with the Terminator series. So I would like him to stay on myself and kind of have his vision of Avatar. But let me know what you think of all of this, and let me know in the comments below. Go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe, and I shall see you guys soon. Laters. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. Also, a huge thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and also on our YouTube channel memberships. And I shall see you guys in another video. Laters.